Okay, hi. Good morning. My name is Gemma Coronel, Mathematics 9 teacher. But before we start our lesson, you have to prepare notes, one for the lecture and the other one for the activity note. The learner materials for Mathematics 9 consist of 7 modules. The first module is about quadratic equation and inequalities. Lesson 1, illustration of quadratic equation. Now, we start our lesson in assessing your previous knowledge of the different mathematical concepts and skills in performing mathematical operation, because this knowledge and skill will help you to understand the quadratic equation. Okay? Now, activity 1, do you remember this product? The direction is find each indicated product, then answer the question that follows. Okay? I have to answer number 1, number 3, number 5, number 7, and number 9 as an example, and then you have to answer the remaining parts. Let us start. In answering the given mathematical sentence, number 1, we have 3 quantity x squared plus 7. See to it that you have to analyze the given mathematical statement. We have 3 as a monomial, while x squared plus 7 is known as the binomial. You have to use a distributive property where 3 times x squared is equal to 3x squared. 3 times 7 is equal to 21. And the final answer is 3x squared plus 21. Okay, that is so easy. Okay. Now, for number 3. Number 3 is w plus 7 times w plus 3. In solving this kind of equation, we have to use a FOIL method. FOIL means to say first term, then O as an outer term, I for the inner term, and L for the last term. We have to multiply the first term. W times W is equal to W squared. Then W times 3 is equal to 3W. Then the third one, we have 7 times W is equal to 7W. Then the last 7 times 3 is equal to 21. Then, since, what can you notice about the mathematical sentence? Okay, you have to combine like terms. And what are the like terms? The like terms are 3W and 7W. You have to combine. Therefore, the final answer is W squared plus 10W plus 21. Okay? Is that clear? Let us go now to number 3. Number 5, I mean. Okay? Number 5, it is 2t minus 1 quantity t plus 5. It is a binomial multiplied by the other binomial. Since they are both binomial, again, we have to use a FOIL method. 2t times t is equal to 2t squared. Then, 2t times 5 is equal to positive 10t. Negative 1 times t is equal to negative t And the last one, we have -1 plus 5 is equal to -5. Again, okay, we have to combine like terms. And what are the like terms? We have 10t and -t. Like terms mean to say that they have the same variable at the same time, they have the same degree. The final answer, we have 2t squared plus 9t minus 5. Okay, another example. Numbers 7. Halos pare-pareho lang to. It is also a binomial multiplied to the other binomial. But in this case, it is the square of binomial. Okay? Again, using FOIL method, we have 2r times 2r is equal to 4r squared. 2r times -5 is equal to -10r. -5 times 2r is equal to -10r. And the last is -5 times -5 is equal to +25. Of course, you have to follow the rules of sign number. Then, the final answer, since -10 minus -10 is -20, our final answer is 4r squared minus 20r plus 25. Okay? And the last example is, we have here 2h plus 7, quantity 2h minus 7. It is the sum and the difference of 2 squared. Okay? Again, applying the FOIL method, we have 2h times 2h is equal to 4h squared. 2h times -7 is equal to -14h. 7 times 2h is equal to +14h. And 7 times -7 is equal to -9. Then combine like terms, since one is -14h plus 14h, and the difference is 0. The final answer is 4h squared minus 49. Okay. Now, again, we have the activity. Find each indicated product, then answer the question that follows. You have to answer number 2, number 4, number 6, number 8, and number 10. Okay? Nakakasunod? As you're performing the mathematical operation, you can able to pause the video if you want. Okay? Now, another question. You have to answer the following question. Letter A, how did you find each product? Letter B, in finding each product, what mathematical concept or principle did you apply? Explain how you apply this mathematical concept or principle. And the last one, how would you describe the product obtained? Are the product polynomials? If yes, what common characteristic do these polynomials have? Okay, you can do it. Now, this is the answer key in our activity. You can use self-assessment. Okay, you have to check your solution if your answer is correct. If you get wrong answer, you have to reflect where you went wrong and then go back again to your solution. Okay, to my student, we have to discuss this activity in the face-to-face engagement in our classroom or in the Google Classroom. Okay, is that okay for you? Now, are you now ready to learn about quadratic equation? Now, quadratic equation is came from the Latin word quadratus, means square. Here is the definition of the quadratic equation. Quadratic equation is one variable is in a mathematical sentence of degree 2 that can be written in the following standard form. Ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Again, the standard form of quadratic equation is ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0, where a, b, and c are real numbers and a is not equal to 0. A here is the numerical coefficient of x squared. B is the numerical coefficient of x. Again, C is a constant number. Ulitin natin. Now, we have ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0 is a standard form of quadratic equation. Ax squared is known as a quadratic term. Take note. Where a, as what I said a while ago, a is the numerical coefficient of a quadratic term, or it is a numerical coefficient of x squared. Then bx is a linear term. B is the numerical coefficient of a linear term. Okay? And C is known a constant term. Now, again, A and B, C are, okay, this one is a constant term. C is a constant term. A is the numerical coefficient of x squared. B is the numerical coefficient of a linear term. And A, B, and C are the known variables here, while x here is the unknown variable. Now, example. Identify the values of A, B, and C. You just identify the values of A, B, and C, or the numerical coefficient of a quadratic term, linear term, and a constant term. Obviously, here in the given equation, we have the value of A is 2. The value of B is 5. And the value of C is negative 3. Okay. You have to consider the sign. Now, example number 2. Write quadratic equation into standard form, ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Then identify the values of a, b, and c. Last time, okay, we recall the multiplication of monomials and binomials. The given here is 3x, quantity x minus 2 is equal to 10. The first thing we do is we have to analyze the given mathematical sentence. We have to expound the product. 3x times x is equal to 3x squared. Then 3x times negative 2 is negative 6. But see to it that you have to equate the whole equation to 0. Meant to say, the left side of your equation is equal to 0. Using the axiom of subtraction, it is 3x squared minus 6x minus 10 is equal to 10 minus 10. And obviously, 10 minus 10 is equal to 0. There are some cases that some student shortcut nila. Okay, it's okay if you really identify the values. It's okay for me if you really know the values. Okay, and the final answer is 3x squared minus 6x minus 10 is equal to 0. Again, you have to apply the distributive property and the addition property in this kind of equation. Do not forget, then the value of A is 3, the value of B is negative 6, and the value of C is negative 10. Okay, another example. Now, example number 3. The same holds true with number 2. Write quadratic equation in standard form. Ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Then identify the values of a, b, and c. Again, you have to analyze the given mathematical equation. And that is 2x plus 5 times x minus 1 is equal to negative 6. 2x plus 5 is a binomial multiplied by the other binomial, x minus 1. Obviously, we have to use a FOIL method. Okay? We have 2x times x is equal to 2x squared. 2x times negative 1 is negative 2x. 5 times x is equal to 5x, and 5 times negative 1 is equal to 5x, equals negative 6x. Since we have here a like terms, we have to combine. The like terms are negative 2x and 5x. We have to simplify. Okay? Bring down 2x squared plus 3x minus 5. And then what happened to the negative 6? Using the axiom of addition or the addition property, it is 2x squared plus 3x minus 5 plus 6 is equal to negative 6 plus 6. Okay? Don't forget that one of our objective is to equate the given equation to 0. See to it that the left side of your equation is equal to 0. And the final answer It is 2x squared plus 2x plus 1 is equal to 0. Is that clear, class? Now, another example. Now, this activity number 2, everybody ready? Set me to your standard. Okay, direction. Write H quadratic equation in standard form, ax squared plus bx plus c. Then identify the values of a, b, and c. Same question. Then answer the question that follows. I have to answer number 1 and number 9, additional example for you, and then the rest you have to answer it in your note, notebook. Okay, let us continue. For number 1, we have 3x minus 2x squared is equal to 7. Is this a quadratic equation? Yes, this is a quadratic equation because one term is expressed in the 2 degree. We have to arrange the given mathematical equation into standard form ax squared plus bx plus c. So see to it that the quadratic term came first, and then second is the linear term, followed by the constant term equal to 0. Again, we have 3x minus 2x squared minus 7 is equal to 7 minus 7, 3x minus 2x squared minus 7 is equal to 0. Using subtraction property of equality, that is equal to 0. We already equate the given equation to 0. Now we have to arrange. Again, the first is the quadratic term. It becomes negative 2x squared plus 3x minus 7 is equal to 0. This is a quadratic equation in standard form. But since we are in the quadratic equation, see to it that the sign of a quadratic term is positive. But this is accepted. Okay? Kaya lang, mas maganda if the sign of a quadratic term is positive. But when you go in the quadratic function, no need to change the sign of a quadratic term because the sign of a quadratic term is the indication of the direction of the graph, whether it is open upward or downward. Okay, but since we are in the quadratic equation, as much as possible, you have to change the sign of the quadratic term. Okay? In order to change the sign of a quadratic term, we have to multiply the whole equation by negative 1. Negative 1 times negative 2x squared is equal to 2x. Negative 1 times positive 3x is equal to negative 3x. Negative 1 times negative 7 is equal to positive 7. Then that is equal to 0. As simple as that. Then the value of A is equal to 2, B is negative 3, and C is equal to 7. Okay? Now, number 9. Number 9, both sides of the equation is expressed in the square of binomial. You just expound the product, expounding the product. Okay, becomes 2x minus 1 times 2x minus 1 is equal to x plus 1 times the x plus 1, where 2x times 2x is equal to 4x squared. 2x times negative 1 is negative 2x. Negative 1 times 2x, again, is negative 2x. And negative 1 times negative 1 is positive 1. Is equal to the other side. X times x is x squared. X times 1 is x. 1 times x is also x. And 1 times 1 is equal to 1. Then, using addition property of equality, we have to simplify and then combine like terms. 4x squared minus 4x plus 1 is equal to x squared plus 2x plus 1. Then 4x squared minus x, take note, minus 4x minus 2x plus 1 minus 1 is equal to 0, using addition property of equality. Then simplify. Combine like terms. 4x squared minus x squared is 3x squared. Tingnan natin. And then the other term, like term is negative 4x minus 2x. Okay, like terms mean to say they have the same degree. We have 3x squared minus 6x is equal to 0, because 1 minus 1 is equal to 0. And that is the final answer, where the value of A is 3, B is negative 6, and C is equal to 0. As simple as that. Okay, now let us go back to your activity. Again, you have to answer number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, 7, 8, and 10. Okay. Again, to my student, we have to discuss your answer in our Google class or in the face-to-face encounter natin. Ano? Okay? And that's all. Ito pa ang key ng ating activity. You have to assess yourself. You have to recheck your work. Check your work. Reflect again. And go back to the solution. Okay. Any question? Goodbye. See you next lesson. Okay? Thank you.